In a world saturated with sensual stimuli, we are constantly bombarded with images and messages that try to capture our attention and influence our minds. Desexualizing the brain has become a vital necessity for those who seek to preserve their mental integrity and strengthen their character. The constant exposure to explicit content, especially in the digital environment, presents deep challenges to our well-being. This type of content can divert our attention from important goals and trap us in vicious cycles of self-destructive behaviors. To regain control of our minds and, by extension, our lives, it is crucial to adopt concrete and conscious steps. It's not just about avoiding external stimuli, but about redirecting our energy toward activities and goals that promote personal growth and self-realization. This requires discipline, self-knowledge, and, above all, a firm decision not to be swayed by immediacy and superficiality. The first step on this journey of self-control is the intentional reduction of unnecessary stimuli, such as pornography and excessive consumption of social media. These contents not only take up valuable space in our minds, but can also distort our perception of reality and human relationships. By limiting access to these stimuli, we are creating a healthy barrier that protects us from negative influences and helps us keep our minds focused on what truly matters. This practice is especially effective when combined with the establishment of clear personal goals and the dedication to activities that enrich our lives. Focusing on specific objectives allows us to fill our time productively, avoiding idleness that can open doors to unwanted thoughts and behaviors. It's a way of investing in ourselves, of building a stronger and more resilient version of who we are. And in doing so, we begin to realize that true power lies in our ability to choose where we place our attention. Now, before we dive deeply into this fascinating journey of self-knowledge and mental control, I want to share something extremely powerful with you. The key to achieving true and lasting satisfaction lies in how we direct our attention. This video has been carefully crafted to help you understand and apply this truth in your life. So, I strongly recommend that you watch until the end. Over the years, I have realized that every moment of attention we dedicate to something has an enormous weight on our destiny. Every day, every second, every moment counts more than we imagine. That is why we are about to embark on a transformative journey where we will explore how you can, once and for all, take total control of your life. After this video, you will be equipped with the tools necessary to transform your mind and, consequently, your world. This journey is not just about overcoming impulses, but about rediscovering who you truly are and what you are capable of achieving when you are in control. Setting goals and tasks that keep the mind occupied with productive activities is essential for personal growth and to avoid falling into the traps of idleness. When we are engaged in meaningful tasks, our minds have less room to be distracted by stimuli that lead us off the right path. This is particularly important when we are alone, at home, where the risk of giving in to unwanted impulses is greater. Creating goals that elevate our mental state, such as learning a new skill, investing in creative hobbies, or dedicating time to personal projects, can completely transform our perspective on life. Regularly engaging in activities that challenge our minds and bodies not only strengthens our discipline, but also helps us develop a more solid self-esteem. Seeing our desires and cravings dissipate as we become more focused and productive is proof of the power we have to shape our destiny. If, at any point, you feel that you cannot handle this on your own, do not hesitate to seek professional help. Acknowledging the need for support is the first step to overcoming any challenge. These are the first steps to regaining control of your attention and promoting healthier personal development. Attention is a precious resource, and where we place it defines the quality of our lives. When we learn to direct it toward what truly matters, we begin to notice a profound transformation in how we live and relate to the world. Paying attention to people who attract us is something natural, a behavior rooted in our most primitive instincts. Our reproductive instinct guides us to observe and admire the beauty of others. However, there is a fine line between appreciating beauty and becoming obsessed, to the point where we cannot look away or allow ourselves to be carried away by unrealistic fantasies. Stoicism, a philosophy that values self-control and rationality, teaches us to avoid this kind of behavior. The lack of control over our visual impulses not only diminishes our self-worth, but also distances us from our true essence. Learning to control your gaze and mind is not just a matter of respecting others, but also of respecting yourself. When we go out and find someone who sparks our interest, it is important to avoid falling into the trap of imagining intimate situations that are unlikely to ever happen. This kind of thinking not only distracts us from the present moment, but also creates unnecessary suffering for our minds. A friend of mine follows a practical rule for dealing with this, something I consider a true strategy for maintaining mental control. When he encounters someone who catches his attention, he allows himself to look only once. If he feels the need to look again, he forces himself to go talk to the person and start a conversation. This not only helps him better control his attention, but also prevents him from falling into the trap of obsession. This simple act of facing the discomfort of a conversation can be extremely liberating and transformative. Starting conversations with attractive people, without specific expectations of results, is a practice that can help us develop solid self-confidence and create more genuine connections. When we approach someone without ulterior motives, just to get to know them as a human being, we open up space for authentic and enriching interactions. In today's world, where so many relationships are superficial and based only on appearance, the ability to establish real connections becomes a valuable differentiator. Building relationships that go beyond the physical, focused on values, interests, and personalities, not only enriches our social lives, but also helps us develop a more balanced and healthy view of what really matters in a relationship. By adopting this approach, we are cultivating a mental and emotional environment that favors personal growth and the formation of lasting bonds. Establishing authentic connections in a world where superficiality is the rule is not only a social necessity, but also a journey of self-discovery and growth. When we focus on people's internal qualities, instead of being carried away by external appearances, we begin to build relationships that are truly meaningful and lasting. Each person we meet is a unique universe of experiences, values, and perspectives, and by concentrating on these aspects, we are not only enriching our own lives, but also contributing to the construction of a more connected and empathetic society. The practice of focusing on the best in others also helps us strengthen our own character, making us more aware of our own qualities and how we can use them for good. This active approach to human relationships not only enriches our lives, but also promotes a stronger and more meaningful social structure. Mental balance is the first step in this journey, and the ability to distinguish between appreciating human beauty and giving into hypersexualization is crucial. Living in a culture that constantly bombards us with images and messages that exalt the body over the mind puts us on a path of constant challenges. Questioning these messages and resisting the temptation to give in to these impulses is a demonstration of strength and self-control. Practicing focused meditation becomes a powerful tool in this process. This simple yet extremely effective practice allows us to observe our thoughts objectively and let go of those that do not serve us. By dedicating just 10 minutes a day to this exercise, we can begin to reduce the constant sexualization of our thoughts and create a clearer, more focused mind. Focused meditation is not just a technique to calm the mind, but a deep practice that helps us regain control over our mental processes. By dedicating a few minutes daily to simply observe our thoughts without clinging to them, we begin to notice an increase in our self-control and our ability to resist unwanted impulses. This practice offers a space for reflection and awareness, where we can disconnect from external distractions and reconnect with our inner self. As we develop this practice, we begin to notice a change in how we perceive and react to the world around us. We are no longer slaves to our impulses, but masters of our own minds. This is the true power of focused meditation, empowering us to live a more conscious and balanced life, where every thought and action is directed toward our growth and well-being. These 5 steps, which we have detailed throughout this video, are not just strategies for desexualization, but true tools for personal transformation. By applying them to your life, you will not only regain control of your attention, but also promote a healthier and more resilient mental state. We live in a world where hypersexualization is everywhere, especially in the digital environment, and this poses a constant threat to our well-being and progress. But by practicing these steps and adopting a proactive attitude toward our minds, we can reverse this situation and create an internal environment of peace and clarity. Remember, you are the master of your destiny to the extent that you are the master of your attention. This video was an invitation to that transformation, and if you felt that it brought value to your life, don't hesitate to share your impressions in the comments. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to do so and activate the notification bell. See you in the next video. See you in